Well, it's a common misconception, so often entertained in this guessing game. Starting at the bottom of the ladder, or climbing toward the top rung. Top deck, now watching for the cross-check that knocks them off the feet, off into a quantum leap. A land of disenchanted disarray, where destinations dissipate, where dreams are distracted, dismantled, disengaged, where human beings all seem to be shifting shapes. Comfort zones contorted, converted into a pit of snakes. Initiated as soon as they hit the stage. The cockiness and arrogance, rockets and ricochets. Acting like they're the first bird to tip the cage. And organize the crowd to aid in their prison break. It's supposed to liberate, but music can take your freedom, take away your logic and strip you of all your reason. And unless you can digest the bad taste, they'll find you with the long end of a short rope backstage.
You keep on running but you don't know what you're hiding from. Stay close, I think I'm going in the right direction. Don't pass it up, cause you never get it back. Another day, another job, another way to make a buck. You keep on running but you don't know what you're hiding from. Stay close, I think I'm going in the right direction. Don't pass it up, cause you never get it back. Another day, another job, another way to make a buck.
From the animated life of an agitated mind comes the ever so misunderstood imaginary line. It's an all-out assault on the people in the middle. The bottom of the barrel has a pistol for a symbol. Push button salesmen wandering the neighborhood, offering insurance plans to families and little kids. Where do you stand in the stream or the dirt road? It doesn't matter if you think your dreams are made of gold. Stock market officer, president of distribution. Lock the safe cause they're coming for your institution. Freedom rings in the hallways of kings, and the blood that they drink comes from princes and thieves. A manager of image and bad publicity damages a listener from ever wanting more from me. So let's imagine that the rest of this is non-existent, and we can laugh at the expense of failed optimism.
You keep on running but you don't know what you're hiding from. Stay close, I think I'm going in the right direction. Don't pass it up, cause you never get it back. Another day, another job, another way to make a buck. You keep on running but you don't know what you're hiding from. Stay close, I think I'm going in the right direction. Don't pass it up, cause you never get it back. Another day, another job, another way to make a buck.
Truthfully, I hope you make it. Eventually assemble and drag your dreams out of the basement, but face it, most one hits wind up in the trash bin. Forgotten as it never was, jealous of the has-beens.
The have-nots live on a hit-or-miss basis. Some make it through if they can afford the facelift. The rest don't proceed to take that chance of stepping to the edge to create and advance.
With a leap of faith, don't expect a parachute.
The world owes you nothing, least of all to carry you.
So if you fall, get up and try again.
Fight for what it is, never what it might have been.
You keep on running but you don't know what you're hiding from. Stay close, I think I'm going in the right direction. Don't pass it up, cause you never get it back. Another day, another job, another way to make a buck. You keep on running but you don't know what you're hiding from. Stay close, I think I'm going in the right direction. Don't pass it up, cause you never get it back. Another day, another job, another way to make a buck.
From the quickly rising Fahrenheit, picking off the parasites, depicting what you've terrorized. Sweat pours from your knuckles to your fingertips. Buckle up and be prepared to chuckle on this. The shimmer of the water that's in your reflection is a connection of moments of your imperfections. Ponder where you'd be without cohesiveness, sinking ships anchored by the blunders in your sequences. I'm mocking all the promises you never kept, evaporating after waiting solemnly without regret. The chemistry was obviously tangible. Avidly you're mad at me for guarding all your valuables. The smoke begins to billow from the house you're in, and I've been criticized for entering without a pen. But I can sacrifice it all for the peace of mind that I did everything I could to keep the heat from rising. your heels, feel it on your neck, feel it in your esophagus as it steals your breath. And you can choke on the exhaust fumes in costumes made to mimic animated cartoons. Deliberately infatuated with the smell of burning flesh that you picked out with your fingernails. The dead skin falls like a feather does. Eventually it gets injected to the devil's blood. A model of an organized community, immortalized for burning off your systematic purity. Committed to the see-through impressionist, destined to never be accepted by the rest of us. I've been running from the fire while I'm out of state, and I just heard that they've been trying to burn you at the stake. So I devised a little plan for us to disappear before the demons with the torches lit can interfere. The scent of my past in the fireplace fills up the room as ashes cover my entire face. And I don't know exactly how to walk again, confident in knowing that I suffocated oxygen to put out the flames that were getting close, and to cut out the names that prevented growth. I'm putting gasoline on what I couldn't overcome, and walking through the fire with a case of smoker's lungs. The cough is indescribable, huffing and puffing, I'm definitely liable for any damage done to the structure. Invaluable collectibles I swept beneath the rug burn. I've gotta get away before the cops come, and I've got to get an alibi with options. I turn around to give the fire a last look, happy that I wrote a novel inside of a matchbook. And tell me what appears. Hopefully it's not as traumatizing to my peers. Pleasantly surprised with my life at 25. It's a category similar to heaven and the skies. But I've never been a spiritual believer. I created all the things I've known to be believable. Don't accommodate your feelings for a minute. I am who I am cause I'm knee deep in it. Laughing at the nonchalant, acting like they're walking on angels' wings, fiendish for an oxycontin holocaust. And it's so hard to make this all count when you overdraft cause your reality check bounced. When I recognize destruction in the mirror, I wipe the mist away just to see myself clearer. And I'm no longer taken back by this reflection. You recreated positivity inside my retinas. I cannot allow you to let me fall apart, fall apart. I cannot allow you to let me fall apart, fall apart. I cannot allow you to let me fall apart, fall apart. I cannot allow you to let me fall apart, fall apart. The line in the sand has been instituted clearly, fighting the demand to supply what you were hearing. More or less the cigarette butt of all your jokes. I woke up when my hands were caught inside your spokes. The blood wasn't anything I've never seen, as it was washed away by rain inside the weather drain. I felt the oxygen accompany the motions of one breath in, one breath towards expulsion. Exploding on the scene was not so difficult. It's how to stay on top, the teams itself so critical. And if I start to crumble, you can grab the glue and piece me back together to resemble something new. I can live with knowing that by following the stars, it's easier to fade away dedication and understanding how to separate the hesitations.
I cannot allow you to let me fall apart, fall apart. I cannot allow you to let me fall apart, fall apart. I cannot allow you to let me fall apart, fall apart. I cannot allow you to let me fall apart, fall apart.
Cloud cover camouflage hiding from the sun. Riding to my better half to let her know I'm done. Analyzing adolescence, studying maturity, agonizing, learning lessons, understanding certainty. I'm only stronger than my last drink's proof. I'll only conquer what I let leak through. The wall was built for a handful of reasons, mainly to deter me from jumping in the deep end. If I knew that I could swim a little better, I'd never have a problem with the flood warning weather. Stepping to the plate to evaluate the rubble, I can only focus on my self-absorbed troubles. The day has come to build a better foundation, a reinterpretation of my mind's imagination. From here on, I'll put my best foot forward, without the complications, just to restore the order.
I cannot allow you to let me fall apart, fall apart. I cannot allow you to let me fall apart, fall apart. I cannot allow you to let me fall apart, fall apart. I cannot allow you to let me fall apart, fall apart.
Sitting by my window, what do I see?
A city that's been run down by drug abuse. Friends fall into addiction, so we suffer too. I see a problem with the faltering economy. A part of me can only give up. I see a man without benefits, family needs insurance plans. Government is only reaching out to help the purest hands. I see a revolution written in these articles, aiming for the demons that are stealing from your pot of gold. A battle for supremacy and excellence, ongoing deep within these tax hike settlements. I see communities involved in segregation, stopping how the pendulum naturally was swinging. I see a military itching to return home. I see that military itching to destroy Rome. I see oppression, obsession, and indiscretions appearing as reality television segments. When it comes to the finish line, with the lights out at dinner time, who will love me when the sun dies? Who will love me when the guns cry? When it comes to the finish line, with the lights out at dinner time, who will love me when the sun dies? Who will love me? Broken bottle fertilizer, cigarette butts. Our groundwork for city gardens, simple enough. The rain helps to wash away the blood in the streets. It seems destructive to me. I see a woman on her last leg, children need a good meal. I see people believing bailouts are a good deal. I feel the sympathy outbalances the entropy, communication not being carried out how it's meant to be. I see it from a bird's eye perspective. The first time was hard to swallow it and digest it. I see it all unfolding in the sunny hell. People run around obsessing way too much on 2012. I see mortality as strength, formalities are squashed by the hands and given thanks. I see the lessons being taught inside the classrooms, but all the kids are selling drugs inside the bathrooms. When it comes to the finish line, with the lights out at dinner time, who will love me when the sun dies? Who will love me when the guns cry? When it comes to the finish line, with the lights out at dinner time, who will love me when the sun dies? Who will love me when the guns cry? Do you remember when? Can you remember when? tried to write a song about the modern moments in time that constitute the kind of stories that can resurrect life along that path. I met a handful of people that influenced my decisions and exploited the evils. The first was a woman that was dressed in red with cherry lipstick and looks that could have left me for dead. She spoke of universal warfare and economics that had me raising black flags like I was Henry Rollins. I couldn't keep the pace with all her dialogue. I felt my roots could not sustain inside her firestorm. I tried to make connections with my own past, only to be picked apart. She simply put me on blast. I figured she was trying to intimidate the very things that I could never properly reiterate. So with words spoken and all my nerves broken, the door to yesterday remains open. Yesterday's the anniversary, tomorrow is the funeral. Today is nothing more than just a stalemate with human souls. Tomorrow has the hope, and yesterday has died. Today just carries on. Yesterday's the anniversary, tomorrow is the funeral. Today is nothing more than just a stalemate with human souls. Tomorrow has the hope, and yesterday has died. Today just carries on as a stepping stone in life. The second soul that I met had a face made of steel you can never forget. His smile resembled broken glass. His eyes were just an open path. The mask was made of contours, jagged and rigid. The casket of his mother never asked for forgiveness. Capable of brilliance, physically disabled, he systematically decapitated heaven's angels. There was no regret, just a sigh of failure, as his lungs frantically demanded an inhaler. The cornerstone of any given revolution, he detonated anonymity and retribution. He's trying to appeal to the citizens. He's fighting off the shields of predicaments. Convinced that his hell was home, he never told another soul that he felt alone. Yesterday's the anniversary, tomorrow is the funeral. Today is nothing more than just a stalemate with human souls. Tomorrow has the hope, and yesterday has died. Today just carries on. Yesterday's the anniversary, tomorrow is the funeral. Today is nothing more than just a stalemate with human souls. Tomorrow has the hope, and yesterday has died. Today just carries on. Over and out, his hair and honest person listening. I overhear the whispering and often feel the whimpering. Coughing demonstrates all the things we tend to hate. I'll never set it straight, battling these heavy weights. I can only stand tall enough to speak alone, rattling the effortless amenities that feed the throne. And the king is an epidemic, aggravating all the natives, leading them to become reckless. It's a face in a shattered mirror, awake and displaced from the average killer. And the shotgun is audible, semi-automatic and amazingly compatible with every fingerprint tied to the leadership. Right when the fever hits, I'll quickly flee the ship. And I don't need to feel the weather change, cause it's a pattern that's familiar to everything. Tomorrow is the funeral, today is nothing more than just a stalemate with human souls. Tomorrow has the hope, and yesterday has died. Today just carries on. Yesterday's the anniversary, tomorrow is the funeral. Today is nothing more than just a stalemate with human souls. Tomorrow has the hope, and yesterday has died. Today just carries on as a stepping stone in life. For condemning your soul, it's no surprise that they plan on taking total control. Touched by an angel that is fresh out of rehab, reroutes the blood that is inside of my kneecaps. Weak and disoriented from the final episode, listening to voices that are pushing me to let it go. I'm only here for so many reasons. The door-to-door salesman for skeletons in cheap skin. Give me income and I will give you life. Feel it through your fingertips, your ribcage and your spine. Automated with a touch of class, fuck the math. Underneath the calculation you can hear a lover's laugh. More importantly, check the picture for a date. 2000 whatever, yeah, that's a picture that I hate. This time it's not about me, I promise. I've learned the ways of manifesting happiness from problems. So please give me a moment to speak, and I can readjust depression so you'll never have to meet again. I'm here for you if you can't save yourself. Don't fear the truth, it's the only thing that helps. But if you end up making it to next month, I'll hear from you again, hopefully I'll hear from you. I'm here for you if you can't save yourself. Don't fear the truth, it's the only thing that helps. But if you end up making it to next month, I'll hear from you again, hopefully I'll hear from you. To save a life without a second to lose can be an overwhelming feeling with your neck in a noose. Don't blame the angels for depicting this mess. It's an ordinary position when you're so used to death. Yesterday I saw a movie with a motive, directed towards the viewer to become something important. A fundamental animation that became reality. The aftermath of its influence is growing gradually. I'm still learning as I move through this course. One finger on the trigger and the other's on the pulse. Monitor the simple pieces of this diagram, line them up and kill the ones that don't live up to modern trends. Obviously there's a method to this madness, the medicine for sadness and a death wish off the cameras. Life is slowly turning itself into a head case. Let me be the therapeutic remedy for heaven's sake. I'm here for you if you can't save yourself. Don't fear the truth, it's the only thing that helps. But if you end up making it to next month, I'll hear from you again, hopefully I'll hear from you. I'm here for you if you can't save yourself. Don't fear the truth, it's the only thing that helps. But if you end up making it to next month, I'll hear from you again, hopefully I'll hear from you. To save a life while sacrificing your own can be a difficulty when you're used to being alone. It seems to be the only option we have, with the majority is waving their cautionary flags. Operation Runaway is coming to a halt. The leaders of the pack are now prepared for the assault, leaving Las Vegas for a temperature in moderation, killing patients to secure the proper occupation. Feel the bloodstream and feel the common sense. Feel the one thing that resurrects your oxygen. Breathe heavily and open up the wind tunnel. You can see everything from the mouth of the funnel. Cancel all your superstitious appointments. After all that stupid bullshit that you're annoyed with, let your ears be the focus point for learning the simple side of life that you've been secretly avoiding. I'm here for you if you can't save yourself. Don't fear the truth, it's the only thing that helps. But if you end up making it to next month, I'll hear from you again, hopefully I'll hear from you. I'm here for you if you can't save yourself. Don't fear the truth, it's the only thing that helps. But if you end up making it to next month, I'll hear from you again, hopefully I'll hear from you. I'm here for you if you can't save yourself. Don't fear the truth, it's the only thing that helps. But if you end up making it to next month, I'll hear from you again, hopefully I'll hear from you. I'm here for you if you can't save yourself. Don't fear the truth, it's the only thing that helps. But if you end up making it to next month, I'll hear from you again, hopefully I'll hear from you. And I could take it all the way within a matter of minutes, disposing of the consequences that may conquer addiction. And I'm still searching for my personal escape route, noble to the notion that my plan B never worked out. Comprised of memories devoted to the simple life, convinced that happiness is not an honest state of mind. An appreciation for the people that have let me go, built me up above the egotistical pedestal. Laugh it off, it's just another lesson sober Thursday, with intermittent rainstorms washing out my birthday. And in Los Angeles you'll find the key to my heart, cloud cover carnivals and kamikaze falling stars. The queen is just a 737 away, the jet stream dream state is getting me through the day. And I can smile cause I've got the essentials, and the comfort of a getaway inside of every pencil. The constellations are a saving grace for lost hope, manipulating every which way that the song goes. Destination anywhere that I can see your face, readily prepared to make a change just like a meter maid. Complications only live with those who make them vital. Oxidation of my blood begins its daily cycle. This routine educates my critical analysis, simplifying pain by destroying all the calluses. And I can make it disappear within a matter of words, providing laughter that continues till your abdomen hurts. More attached to this perspective than the previous term. Due to evolutionary things I needed to learn, it developed as it should have, and I'm thankful it did. I was losing out on everything I needed to live, mainly immature at moments that I should have been strong. Left me back at square one, so I created that song. Not initially a piece for emotional poverty, just a flat out mistake and much needed apology. And over time I came to know what I lost, something bigger than the two of us and bigger than God's. Begging for forgiveness wasn't nearly enough. I began to hate myself for things I clearly had done. Blame the fallout entirely on my inability to work through whatever was affecting connectivity. Stolen innocence and broken hearts, open ignorance to spoken bonds. Little did I know the choice was monumental. My ego got the best of me, my voice was just an echo. Your life is your life and I wanna be a part of it, kicking over obstacles and screaming till we're tired of it. It won't matter who stands in front of the door, we're stronger here together than we ever were before. Your life is your life and I wanna be a part of it, kicking over obstacles and screaming till we're tired of it. It won't matter who stands in front of the door, we're stronger here together than we ever were before. How can I justify anything that I've done to right now? It was selfish and ignorant to bite down on the relations, to act dumb and so random, to the openness of operating as a tandem. I was scared of the things that were so natural, too afraid of projecting this as casual, hiding in a corner far beyond the comfort level. Now I feel as a fool under speculation. Standing here it feels as if I lost touch to the properties of ever redefining us. You projected every piece of me I never knew, to the realness of life without the likes of you. I'm a pawn in a game I can never win. Without you it's a dead end I've reached again. Let this happen without all of the dialogue, merely based on the fact that we've died alone. I can see where I need to be in this life. Without you I'm endangered and in need of eyes. So help me escape this eternity of living inside my uncertainties, cause it's too hard to remain hopeful if I don't have what I need from my main goals. So undetermined, I feel lost. So unpredictable, it's this hard. So where do I go from this standpoint? Off to the side as another object that's void. Left all alone, it's the way of life. I cannot speak for the sacred minds, cause she's on a path I can only pray for, the life that she needs without plagued boys. Too grown up for this drama king. I love you and that's all this'll ever mean. She's on a path I can only pray for, the life that she needs without plagued boys. Too grown up for this drama king. I love you and that's all this'll ever mean.
wonder really how does that affect right now? Hands up in the front, we run rampant through these days like Charlie Chaplin. No matter what's happening, I keep on running from my problems like they'll never catch up. I try to reconnect these pieces, but they don't match up. And so I hit the bottom, and then I hit the road. Maybe I see you tomorrow, maybe at the next show. San Diego, Seattle, Denver, and home. And it all makes sense, the only life that we know.
On my way, won't be coming back. I'll be gone, and you'll be missing my face. Caught up in some evil ways, some evil ways. On my way, won't be coming back. I'll be gone, and you'll be missing my face. Caught up in some evil ways.
Off like a single man living fast, took a chance on it. Gone with the jingle of the keys from the pants pocket. Scam artist, smoke signal, act honest. Grand prophet, plant arsonist, living off the last harvest. Hard target, mad mardigan, sparring varmint. Barred in the harness, charging yards of garbage through this hopeless town. If you don't know this now, you gonna choke and drown to this old kid sound.
Rise and shine, I'm about to get right with mine. Stretch my limbs while the dim light shines sublime. And I'm feeling rejuvenated, time to climb up out of bed with a clouded head and write some rhymes. I sleep with a pad beside me and a pen in my fist. Open the door and hit my slum block, sipping the mist. You can catch me at the bus stop, whistling this, and I'll be gone till whenever. Leave a kiss on her lips.
On my way, won't be coming back. I'll be gone, and you'll be missing my face. Caught up in some evil ways, some evil ways. On my way, won't be coming back. I'll be gone, and you'll be missing my face. Caught up in some evil ways, some evil ways.
Seek a friend fortune, you will not change. You will find a fortune. No, it will not need a fortune to seek. But first you must travel a long and difficult road.
I set the bar high, along with prevalence. Another bar fly, sipping on benevolence. I find a hard time mixing my developments with stalemate rebellions and unproductive elements. I built my own path, dealing with recurrences of over-analytical critics and their disturbances. Amidst the urgency to separate the dead weight, I stood atop the ashes with their bones upon my dinner plate.
Walking the path without talking to trash. Patiently stocking each spot on the trail where my pockets are strapped. Seeking an easy meal like an eagle with its beak broken. Keep hoping each new city will provide enough love to keep moving. No pain, no brain, no sustaining cuts and bruises. Fade us out in the end, take me away to trumpet music. Instead of choosing between two fake sides, I choose cruising through state lines, proving I'm not of sane mind.
On my way, won't be coming back. I'll be gone, and you'll be missing my face. Caught up in some evil ways, some evil ways. On my way, won't be coming back. I'll be gone, and you'll be missing my face. Caught up in some evil ways, some evil ways.
Maximum distance from the sun, 94,537,000 miles.
Taking off, baby, don't wait for me. Try to make it back to you, I waited patiently. When I got there, everything was basically another typical disaster, you were make-believe. I'm taking off, baby, I'm taking off. 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 Departure from gate 10, I'm following the green light. I'm over this apologetic bullshit that I live by. No more catatonic nerve cell therapy, torturing the very things that naturally take care of me. Black star independent, navigate the universe. Riding on a falling star, I'm confident assume will burst. Don't ever count on me to play the lead role, not just saving grace amongst these ordinary people. I've advised that my understudy doesn't listen to the music that I make or anything I've ever written. And in turn it will create a better energy. The sun will be alive and breathing oxygen will set you free. If the solar system ever had a death wish, it happened when she put humanity upon the guest list. from me. Try to make it back to you, I waited patiently. When I got there, everything was basically another typical disaster. You will make believe I'm taking off, baby. Don't wait for me. Try to make it back to you, I waited patiently. When I got there, everything was basically another typical disaster. You will make believe I'm taking off, baby. I'm taking off. I'm taking off, baby. I'm taking off. Landing on a mirrored image of December. Too involved with sympathy to activate the sensors. Feel the tremors in the ever-growing anxiousness building underneath your feet and opening the bandages. Life lessons from a traumatized impersonator. He wasn't God until he stopped performing certain favors. Now he sits on a high horse riding through the clouds. He'll keep it up until the very day you choose to shoot him down. And then the story takes a new twist, screaming from your lungs and punishing your bruised fist. Break the pavement, save the patience, face the pace of a nation that's brainless. Instant emotional investments are mandatory. If this isn't, then affection is out of order. I'm the support line, I have been and always will. I wrote the fine print to this on a dollar bill. As it circulates, I pray that it finds you. Pray that it finds you, I pray that it finds you. And if it doesn't, then it's up to the song I wrote to be the cliche fairy tale antidote. Awake on the verge of a meltdown. The fate of the earth became hellbound. There's room in the passenger seat, but it's reserved for the person that you asked me to be. Baby, don't wait for me. Try to make it back to you, I waited patiently. When I got there, everything was basically another typical disaster. You will make believe I'm taking off, baby. Don't wait for me. Try to make it back to you, I waited patiently. When I got there, everything was basically another typical disaster. You will make believe I'm taking off, baby. I'm taking off. 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 I'm taking off, baby. I'm taking off.
I'm committed to maintaining law, order, and stability in our country. I will follow legal instructions.
Falling from the sky doesn't matter when your hands are tied and you're deathly afraid of heights. When the reality of impact and you become one, the rest is just history and you become none. 26,000 feet above the earth doesn't equal anything when teeth meet the dirt. Forces of nature endorse modern hatred and push while you pull on the presence of patience. Free fall from the base of insanity. The taste of humanity erases the man in me. Still standing in line on a long day, aggravated at the fact I'm traveling the wrong way. Destination anywhere, hopefully you'll send me there with a book of CDs and my future child's teddy bear. I can only love the things that want to love me, and I can only speak grammatically correct on drum beat. Born at the helm of an incredible mother, wars became hell through a gauntlet of lovers. I was falling fast, calling out the heavens grabs, reaching for a cloud to keep my body from a bed of ash. Don't expect to be anything from the normal death, speeding through the galaxy. I'm flying here with cordial friends. All I see is memories. I need to make a woman that I need to, loving one person that I need to save. This descent is an opener of eyes, it's an overdose of life, it's an open note I'll write until I see return to sender. At that point in time I'll be burning in forever. This descent is an opener of eyes, it's an overdose of life, it's an open note I'll write until I see return to sender. At that point in time I'll be burning in forever. Forever gone from the ordinary sunrise, sunset, young life cut short by one breath. It's a film that I shot between my two hands that captured just you. After I enter the first wave of friction, the person I was gets removed from his own skin, bare-boned and exposed to the cold of the sky in the lunar eclipse. The sooner I hit, the mood will emit the perfect backlash of emotions that I used to predict. A fuse gets lit and I'm off to the races to cast that last shadow over all of my bases. Face that the end isn't pretty by your normal means. Living by immortal themes diminishes important dreams. I've been introduced to every single face of death. Going back to sleep won't be a problem since I came from this. This descent is an opener of eyes, it's an overdose of life, it's an open note I'll write until I see return to sender. At that point in time I'll be burning in forever. This descent is an opener of eyes, it's an overdose of life, it's an open note I'll write until I see return to sender. At that point in time I'll be burning in forever. forever, forever. Catch me burning in forever, forever. I'll be burning in forever, forever, forever. Burning, I'm burning. Take me away from the days of distraction. Make me a slave to your fatal attraction. Say this will make everything okay. Say this will make everything okay. Take me away from these days of distraction. Make me a slave to your fatal attraction. Say this will make everything okay. Say this will make everything okay. This descent isn't open or revised. It's an overdose of life, it's an open note, alright. Until I see return to sender. At that point in time, I'll be burning in forever. This descent isn't open or revised. It's an overdose of life, it's an open note, alright. Until I see return to sender. At that point in time, I'll be burning in forever. Take me away. This descent isn't open or revised. It's an overdose of life, it's an open note, alright. Until I see return to sender. At that point in time, I'll be burning in forever. Take me away. This descent isn't open or revised. It's an overdose of life, it's an open note, alright. Until I see return to sender. At that point in time, I'll be burning in forever. I remember last fall when those first leaves fell. I was staring at the branches and their hollow details. I prepared myself for a winter of discouragement, lip syncing to my heartbeat oh so nervously. Walking at a fast pace, get me out of last place. Saturday reminds me of the beauty with the night face. I'm a sundial covered in the snowstorm, unable to calculate the patterns just to stay warm. The moonlight's intoxicating. I'm in trouble now, digging up the leaves so I can try to figure something out. Give me some kind of sign from the cloud cover. I put my faith into the comfort of a couch cushion. Alone without another soul. Last fall killed me, spinning out of my control. Last fall killed me. This is too conclusive amongst many things. Forget the smell of last fall, I'm breathing in the spring. Forget the smell of last fall, I'm breathing in the spring. Forget the smell of last fall, I'm breathing in the spring. Forget the smell of last fall, I'm breathing in the spring. Forget the smell of last fall, I'm breathing in the spring. This is the first day of spring and the rest of my life. She showed me what it means to live and opened up my eyes. Every sunrise has potential for forever, and every time she smiles it eliminates the bad weather. Every time she smiles it eliminates the bad weather. Every time she smiles it eliminates the bad weather. Every time she smiles it eliminates the bad weather. Every time she smiles. Last fall took me for a roller coaster suicide, hanging on for dear life, waiting for it to subside. I'll remember September till I pass away, convinced that this was over, ready to put my love away. Walking at a slow pace, walking back to no place, unaccustomed to resorting right back to your face. I was borderline lost in translation, hoping I would find my cross for salvation. I crucify my dying heart, who am I to break apart? 2 AM already thinking of another place to start. That's when everything revolved into a new day. She resurrected everything I never got to say. The first day of spring and the rest of my life. She showed me what it means to live and opened up my eyes. Every sunrise has potential for forever, and every time she smiles it eliminates the bad weather. I felt the blood in my veins for the very first time. I felt the passion in my heart for the very first time. I felt the touch of an angel for the very first time. I felt the air in my lungs for the very first time. I felt the blood in my veins for the very first time. I felt the passion in my heart for the very first time. I felt the touch of an angel. This is the first day of spring and the rest of my life. She showed me what it means to live and opened up my eyes. Every sunrise has potential for forever, and every time she smiles it eliminates the bad weather. First day of spring and the rest of my life. She showed me what it means to live and opened up my eyes. Every sunrise has potential for forever, and every time she smiles it eliminates the bad weather.
She enters on the second floor. Blessed Lord, this girl is dressed for war. With a classy look that augments her sexy form. An angel face, but she probably wear the devil's horns. Raising hell, I feel the elevator getting warm. I had set a course, east to reach a record store. But the bulge in my pants says I'm heading north. I'm trying to hide it, but I'm just too damn excited. Her reflection in the mirror says the passion's been ignited. Yes, so we're making an emergency stop. Between the first and second floor, the clothes are urgently dropped. Slip and slide, now she's screaming out in blissful cries. Screaming, thrashing like I'm stabbing her with kitchen knives. Alright, that never really happened. Penthouse forum with just a little sarcasm. I only wrote it for the listener's amusement. Truth is, I don't write elevator music.
Descubrimos el amor en el mar, bajo el sol, entregados con pasión, suavemente, sin temor.
Moonlight serenade sitting on a park bench. Looking at her eyes, I can see just where my heart sits. Place the blame on me for falling so deeply in love with this woman in this moment. So beep beep, pardon me as I advance to the front steps of what the outside world calls a love nest. We walk the line that only broken hearts dream of. We play the game so well the Cupid can't keep up. Latched on to the better half of last night, telling one another everything beneath the lamp's light. Hold on, I've got a secret that I've got to tell. Standing in this elevator's got me feeling hot as hell. Hit the heartbeat and emergency stop, cause I can think of 20 reasons that we need to be stopped. But you only need one reason to go, and that's a reason that I'm sleeping by myself all alone.
Descubrimos el amor en el mar, bajo el sol, entregados con pasión, suavemente, sin temor.
In an avalanche of questions, let's just imagine we had a chance to wrestle the mere possibility that the answer rests in the passion. In fact, the pattern stands the test of time. On second thought, expressing is the apex of wild. Conceptualize a shape to make heads comply with the rhythm and breaks. Stay deft and strive on edge to paint considerable change. The straight sense combined with the living image of faith in the middle like slaves to the winters of fate. Escape insidious hate and rebuild bridges as though broken trust. Given to abysmal mistakes, but so goes the unfinished religion elate. To the pulse of what's been dismissed as for the children drifting through space.
I'm clueless with bruises inside of my eyelids. Manipulate yourself to accept the silence.
At a depth that's timeless in the midst of fate. To wrestle why since things have changed.
I'm clueless with bruises inside of my eyelids. Manipulate yourself to accept the silence.
At a depth that's timeless in the midst of fate. To wrestle why since things have changed.
Sifting through an unwanted presence of mind. Unveils a forgetfulness anchoring time. A parallax catches the eyes of depression. Torturing the luggage of this 5 days ascension. Agreements have all been discarded to stand by. Coincidentally, that's where I took my past life. A bridge burned nightly in infected waters. So now I give to you my inevitable problems. Don't bother crying, there's no hope for redemption. God was just lying when he offered protection. Drown in the loss of prosperity and comfort. It's difficult to speak up with both lungs punctured. It seems that you've grown out of touch with your feelings. The limit of the sky disappears in these ceilings. The consequences all will dissolve without a trace face as you escort the children plummeting from space. Clueless with bruises inside of my eyelids, manipulate yourself to accept the silence.
At a depth that's timeless in the midst of fate, to wrestle why since things have changed.
I'm clueless with bruises inside of my eyelids, manipulate yourself to accept the silence.
At a depth that's timeless in the midst of fate, to wrestle why since things have changed. Perplexed, more or less without a clue, in and out confused, bewildered like your two selves to move, howling truth like a thunderhead in the clouds, raining sounds amused. Just a drunken clown making animals out of balloons. A strange groove funneled down in the mouth through a tube, dumbfounded in a crowd of baboons, like it's business as usual. Adrift in the midst of the relentless pursuits for soul, in a sense encrypted as if it's the future. No telling what could happen. Has such impassion to rebel against that which leaves us embattled. The crux in so much just baffled among self-destruction as
I'm clueless with bruises inside of my eyelids, manipulate yourself to accept the silence.
At a depth that's timeless in the midst of fate, to wrestle why since things have
I'm
changed.
clueless with bruises inside of my eyelids, manipulate yourself to accept the silence.
At a depth that's timeless in the midst of fate, to wrestle why since things have changed.
Stranded on the inside of blind interventions, leaves you to feel an immediate dejection. Bleeding infections imply indications, deleting the friendships improve your foundation. Step far away from the loose cannon's aim, inside the barrel is a bullet with your name. Often we smile in the face of adversity, but she's had enough of our cynical uncertainty. This false community influences us, spreading of altered emotions and lackluster settings. Transparent egos and lifeless expression, for they hang their heroes in front of their children. Brainwash your orphans and teach them to kill. Pay off that portion and swallow this pill. Recess your eyes and imagine your death, and drown in the carbons attached to your breath. Telephone love letter, let's play another round. Never home, always on the road, trying to figure out what does it mean if I can't see with clarity. Just another day as an artistic parody. Soul of an angel, face of perfection, holding the paste up to yesterday's lecture. If I had all year to accumulate last night's mess, then the rest are for you to hate. Hollow shell with a makeshift accelerator, tied to his heart in the gears of an elevator. Push and pull, tell me how does it feel? Compressing the format of what they told you was real. Lights, camera, action packed with facts of life, fiction irrelevant to self-sufficient nights. Cultivated in the mind of an honest man, desperate measures revealed in the sonogram. And I can see far beyond where the devils play. Last week it would have caused me to hyperventilate. I'm racing against desperate measures, trying to fulfill everybody's separate pleasures. I can see far beyond where the devils play. Last week it would have caused me to hyperventilate. I'm racing against desperate measures, trying to impress everybody. Commonly involved with an honorary god, independently resolved on a momentary thought. Labeled badly because the expiration date complicated everything the desperation gave away. All that mattered was the time and the place of this. All that happened was a clustering of laziness. I turned around just to make a proper exit plan, running at the speed of light, calling out the heaven's hand. Soon enough, I was handed my eviction notice, packing up my life in every picture that I'm holding. Why does every Sunday morning have to be like this? Staring at the fields and the trees that are lifeless. I'm not gonna let this winter get the best of me. I'm not gonna let the sinners control destiny. So give me the respect that you give yourself. This handshake means thank you with a farewell. And I can see far beyond where the devils play. Last week it would have caused me to hyperventilate. I'm racing against desperate measures, trying to fulfill everybody's separate pleasures. I can see far beyond where the devils play. Last week it would have caused me to hyperventilate. I'm racing against desperate measures, trying to impress everybody. Who decided that these shoulders were a platform to place unnecessary stress along with bad form? I was never cut out to play the part of a scapegoat or superhero sacrificing hearts. Novice to the friendships and the marketing, all the better for the capillaries and the arteries. I taught myself to live a life that's nocturnal and keep away from secrets that are causing this inferno. The story doesn't need to be concluded. I'm currently in process of rewriting how it should end. So stay tuned to learn about the strategy. When it's said and done, how on earth could you be mad at me? And I can see far beyond where the devils play. Last week it would have caused me to hyperventilate. I'm racing against desperate measures, trying to fulfill everybody's separate pleasures. I can see far beyond where the devils play. Last week it would have caused me to hyperventilate. I'm racing against desperate measures, trying to impress everybody. She's easy to forget for only minutes at a time. That momentary lapse reveals translucent signs. What am I attacking this dead-end road for? The oxygen is getting low, outnumbered by the sulfur. Light the match, take one step back and watch the steady collapse of the facts. Where is this all going to conclude? Remove the rubber gloves and become one with this glue. Created by a thought, multiplied by its predecessor. Stabbed by the scissors, sliced pictures hiding in your dresser. Kind words don't mean shit when they're your own. I can see your semi-automatic built with silicone. The bullets all plated with the fuck you have a nice day. Aiming for the heart with no intention to have this life saved. These are broken dreams and stories for your loved ones, so tuck them in your memory to share with someone. We want to forget what we no longer have and live in regret with the things we can't get back. We try and forget what may haunt us. Assemble this bomb and detonate it in your conscience. We want to forget what we no longer have and live in regret with the things we can't get back. We try and forget what may haunt us. Assemble this bomb and detonate it in your conscience. We're easily forgotten after several minutes pass and grind it into microfiber sharp as broken glass. Cut into the flesh and let tragedy take its course. Protection isn't warranted to those who kill the source. Anthropologists are scratching at the surface, looking for the answers, the bloodbath, the purpose. Awfully nervous in a designated skeleton, polishing the scars and digesting all the medicine. Relax and think back to the battle scene. She was only standing here to see the casualties. Admirably, I accept what took place. Reflect and replace what infects your intake. Absent-minded yet fully attentive. Heartbroken, yeah, that's right, I said it. Forget the last time, forget the final day. I wish you didn't steal my wings so I could fly away. We want to forget what we no longer have and live in regret with the things we can't get back. We try and forget what may haunt us. Assemble this bomb and detonate it in your conscience. We want to forget what we no longer have and live in regret with the things we can't get back. We try and forget what may haunt us. Assemble this bomb and detonate it in your conscience. I'm easy to forget after a love affair with no one. Optimistic creature that's depicted as a shotgun. Bulletproof only when I have the strength to be. Fragile and hazardous are problems that I tend to see. This will be effective after 5 o'clock, and I will be evicted from your mental block. It doesn't even get a proper salutation. I offer this farewell to an awkward allocation. Memories of this, that, there are prominent. Remembering that kiss we shared is dominant. Reruns that repeat resembling resistance. A reintroduction to silence and distance. Forget anything that made you love me. Forget anything that made this heart beat. Forget everything with a pulse. This year we'll just let it die on its own. Just let it die on its own. This year will just let it die on its own. Forget me. Forget me. Just forget me. I've seen passionate professionals cashing in confessionals, existing with the chemicals, conflicting with the sentinels, surrendering their only right to live under these lonely lights, moving with time. This is my fullness of life. I've seen passionate professionals cashing in confessionals, existing with the chemicals, conflicting with the sentinels, surrendering their only right to live under these lonely lights, moving with time. This is my fullness of life. Proceed with caution. They're watching your every move, from the bedroom to the kitchen to your workplace to the bathroom. If you had only accepted your own existence, then you'd be more understanding of your social indifference. Mr. Huckabee, I ask you for an honest expression. Let me live outside this blanket in my infinite depression. The universe cannot exist without my personal input. My dream state can only carry me to make my sins look appropriate with this machete in hand. And every image I destruct helps to improve me as a man. The only way to escape is when I close my eyes. I let them in and let them have it, recreate the lies. It's called my life's existential interrogation. Coincidences led me here for this experimentation. So sit back and let the oxygen seep in. Ladies and gentlemen, the show is about to begin. I've seen passionate professionals cashing in confessionals, existing with the chemical, conflicting with the sentinels, surrendering their only right to live under these lonely lights, moving with time. This is my fullness of life. I've seen passionate professionals cashing in confessionals, existing with the chemicals, conflicting with the sentinels, surrendering their only right to live under these lonely lights, moving with time. This is my fullness of life. I'm a bicycle away to help and save this land, overtaking Mother Nature to meet corporate demand. If another building rises, our breathing air depletes. If we face another crisis, our citizens retreat. Why must it work itself into this altercation? We falter with stability and alter mental placement, a philosophical approach to find serenity. At times it's just not integrated into our pedigree. So pay your dues along with paying your monthly bill, and save your views from the creatures that want to kill. The only truth that you could ever want to suffer. Look over your shoulder, they're taking notes and numbers. If another night passes with the same ending, I'll just have to pack up my life not to end it. Confide in my other until the day explodes. Thank you, Mr. and Mrs. Jaffe, case closed. I've seen passionate professionals cashing in confessional, existing with the chemical, conflicting with the sentinel, surrendering their only right to live under these lonely lights, moving with time. This is my fullness of life. I've seen passionate professionals cashing in confessional, existing with the chemical, conflicting with the sentinel, surrendering their only right to live under these lonely lights, moving with time. This is my fullness of life. Bernard and Vivian Jaffe's fullness of life. Brad Stand and Don Campbell's fullness of life. Tommy Korn and Katarine Fallband's fullness of life. Mr. Albert Markovsky's fullness of life. Bernard and Vivian Jaffe's fullness of life. Brad Stand and Don Campbell's fullness of life. Tommy Korn and Katarine Fallband's fullness of life. Mr. Albert Markovsky's fullness of life. Bernard and Vivian Jaffe's fullness of life. Brad Stand and Don Campbell's fullness of life. Tommy Korn and Katarine Fallband's fullness of life. Mr. Albert Markovsky's fullness of life. Satire and big times, fullness of life. Doc type and awarenesses, fullness of life. Extra cool and Mr. Inputs, fullness of life. DirtyLaboratory.com, fullness of life. Carnivores pray for afflictions and feed off the lives of contemporary Christians. One mammal fends for himself in society, while the rest of the pack hibernates quietly. It's not expected that the leader be a fighter, nor he ever attain the weakness to retire. We only ask that he take the proper risks on the path towards developing relationships. Speak with etiquette, breathe no cigarettes, build foundations with like-minded civilians. And if these tasks are executed perfectly, then we'll never be attacked by direct uncertainty. This security is something that intrigues the mind. If there's purity, then what more do you want to find? This is it for a well-rounded Samaritan, sacrificing sanity to be the right American. These mammals are just like the rest of the barflies, fighting to survive and raise a family working part-time. So make an effort to appreciate the hard work that is responsible for creating this heartburn. These mammals are just like the rest of the barflies, fighting to survive and raise a family working part-time. So make an effort to appreciate the hard work that is responsible for creating this heartburn. Every now and then you come across a bad seed, fueled by corruption and the strength to destroy things. There's no need to accumulate the panic, for they slowly break apart due to their own damage. As the carcasses commit to being topsoil, stronger mammals come along to kill those that are not loyal. It's a cycle that is nothing short of beautiful. We learn to adapt so the process is not unusual. Free minds have a knack to improve this, lack of motivation to create the proper movement. And in turn, one believer falls victim to the risks of fulfilling their desired mission. When the time does come to be a sacrifice, the strong will survive while society is standardized. Each position in the family has its own meaning. Only one creature has the power to condone bleeding. The rank should not be judged by intelligence. Wisdom beats strength or vice versa, it's irrelevant. All that matters is respect and resilience. Predators are prey in this habitat, it's brilliant. These mammals are just like the rest of the barflies, fighting to survive and raise a family working part-time. So make an effort to appreciate the hard work that is responsible for creating this heartburn. These mammals are just like the rest of the barflies, fighting to survive and raise a family working part-time. So make an effort to appreciate the hard work that is responsible for creating this heartburn.
Blood-hungry mammals that are dying to survive. Blood-hungry mammals that don't understand life. The blood-hungry mammals that are dying to survive. Blood-hungry mammals that don't understand life. The blood-hungry mammals that are dying to survive. Blood-hungry mammals that don't understand life. The blood-hungry mammals that are dying to survive. Blood-hungry mammals that don't understand life. The blood-hungry mammals that are dying to survive. The blood-hungry mammals that don't understand life. The blood-hungry mammals that are dying to survive.
I heard that my life is a life you want. It's time to erase the wrong. Say it ain't so, but I'll make it known. If you can't let go, then I'll make that song. It's all for the mind to digest. Each song that I write is my best. If I can't reach you by now, then aim that gun at my chest. Let's give it all away and ask the gods to break it down. And we can hide and not be found if we don't make a sound. Up and away with travel, stuck in a life of shells cadaver. 25 years trying to kick the habit. From here on out, anything can happen. It's a storyboard, walking through these open doors, looking for a blockbuster lead that cannot be ignored. Can I be the one to speak first? I need you all to listen. I think this news left me cursed and out of commission. I pray that I'll get it right. Drunk and alone on a Friday night, not the only one putting up a fight. Ask me if I will, I might. And all the young dudes think they know the whole game, making out with women in disguises in porcelain frames. Plastic hearts tied to a candy-coated bloodstream, making heaven seem like just another hollow love dream. And when it falls apart, where will you pick it up? Give it up, you cannot redeem this with a ticket stub. I try to make a point not to let the best of me get involved with effortless animalistic enemies. All these ingredients are added to the recipe. Destiny will definitely be able to rest in peace. And all the young dudes think they know the whole game, making out with women in disguises and porcelain frames. Plastic hearts tied to a candy-coated bloodstream, making heaven seem like just another hollow love dream.
Whether we're dead or alive, it's just an ugly truth that you'll never realize. Remember the memories you're leaving behind, influence your seeds and endeavors through time. The sun will rise whether we're dead or alive. It's just an ugly truth that you'll never realize. Remember the memories you're leaving behind, influence your seeds and endeavors through time.
This is the story of a daily revolution, penetrating happiness and conjuring confusion. It often feels like an overwhelming burden, pretty in the eyes, yet it leaves you undetermined. Call it whatever you wish for it to be. An alcoholic's anniversary, a heart that suffered burglary. Romanticism in a fast food parking lot. The altitude is definite, the vertigo is hard to stop. We see the end inside a picture of commotion, running through the red lights to understand emotions. After all, this is the life of a dead weight, sinking this abandoned ship that's anchored by these headaches. And when it ends, where on earth will you stand? Apart from the rest with discretion in your hands. Let it fall with the leaves and the dead skin. After this is said and done, you sacrificed a best friend. At the stake with a chance to explain, I forfeit my speech as I dance in the rain. Eyes closed like the match, load the pistol. I'll tell you the rest in the form of smoke signals.
The sun will rise whether we're dead or alive. It's just an ugly truth that you'll never realize. Remember the memories you're leaving behind, influence your seeds and endeavors through time. The sun will rise whether we're dead or alive. It's just an ugly truth that you'll never realize. Remember the memories you're leaving behind, influence your seeds and endeavors through time. Shed your shadows of doubt in the sun. Run the labyrinth and now to have fun. Step up to capture what sounds like enough. Travel the passage to never drown in the flood.
This is a funeral for the stars in the sky, the cloud-covered moon and our dreams that have died. Hopes that our futures aren't cursed like our past. This one's for those with the half-empty glass.
The sun will rise whether we're dead or alive. It's just an ugly truth that you'll never realize. Remember the memories you're leaving behind, influence your seeds and endeavors through time. The sun will rise whether we're dead or alive. It's just an ugly truth that you'll never realize. Remember the memories you're leaving behind, influence your seeds and endeavors through time. Try and avoid developing crutches. Step lively through the minefields of choice. It's a relative subject as we become self-aware. And so much of hunger propels us to suffer less than rare stretches of pain. To stay
flexible as we develop and change. In an effort to wrestle hope and never misplace direction. But if you ever do, remember your faith. Cause God's workshop is harsh beyond words. Stop chasing the shadows, unleash the demons, perpetuating your habits. Navigate through the fate as it happens in a cascade of such madness. Staying on track is a debatable crash course, since dedication takes practice. Strap yourself in and drive this machine to the edge and back to the heart of why we believe.
The sun will rise whether we're dead or alive. It's just an ugly truth that some never realize. Remember the memories you're leaving behind. Influence your seeds and endeavors through time. The sun will rise whether we're dead or alive. It's just an ugly truth that some never realize. Remember the memories you're leaving behind. Influence your seeds and endeavors through time.